Taiwan, I'm Liao with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. China's large military drills around Taiwan last week raised alarms both in the country and internationally. But as Chris Gordon reports, those living on Taiwan's Kinmen Islands near China may have slightly different concerns.
66-year-old Li Kai-chen is fighting to keep a tradition alive. He's an oyster farmer on Taiwan's outlying Kinmen Islands, which sit within eyesight of the Chinese city of Xiamen. He tends to oyster beds made of granite stones, brought to Kinmen from China more than 400 years ago. And right next to them, anti-landing spikes, installed to ward off a Chinese invasion, on the site of a long-ago battle in the Chinese Civil War.
在真正大家都为了一方面为了性命就是往外跑科田就是荒废一阵子，然后等战争过后，我们又回来，再重新再整理科田。
Then as now, these oyster farms are at the front lines of growing tensions between Taiwan and China, a fact they are constantly reminded of, whether by Chinese propaganda calling for unification or by Chinese military exercises around the island. Just last week, China launched a series of drills around Taiwan and its outlying islands, including Kinmen, encircling the islands with Coast Guard and Navy ships. But these oyster farmers are used to Chinese military activity and say they aren't worried about an invasion, but rather that their traditional oyster farming practices could die out.
船不会靠过来，因为有那个海巡队的在这边给他追，他不能靠近我们的岸线。
就是一些沿海的工商业发达开发过度就是把这个科田都就慢慢消失了。就是说，这个百年科田，它其实它不只代表的不是一个食物，它代表了一个文化，还有一个历史。
For the farmers, having good relations with China isn't just about politics. Chinese tourists have been a key source of the island's income, but they've been prevented by Beijing from visiting the island since 2019. In spite of all the cross-strait tensions, Li is hoping that will change.
希望能够陆客多一点进来，让我们的生意可以走，老百姓相对就有那个收入可以提那个。 生活就能够改善目前的生活。
With fewer people practicing traditional oyster farming and geopolitical tensions keeping tourists away, communities like Li's are faced with an existential dilemma and left hoping for a lifeline. Devin Tsai and Chris Gorin for TaiwanPlus.
People living on Taiwan's rural east coast are concerned about plans to build major transport links to the region. They say unanswered questions about the economic and environmental impact mean the whole project needs a rethink. John Van Trieste has the story.
Residents of eastern Taiwan worried about their home's future. Lawmaker Fu Kun-chi wants to bring high-speed rail and 2 major highways to the area, making access much easier. But the plan to build it all in just a decade has sparked concerns there won't be time for a proper environmental impact assessment.
去被压缩到只剩10年的话，我们会觉得，不管是环评这个程序、审查的程序、调查的程序，可能都会时间上被压缩掉。
And then there are worries about the project's possible economic impact.
甚至会不会开路其实是导致我们更多的人口外移，那更多的有钱人跟都市人来到我们这个地方自产，然后导致我们的物价上涨的一种恶性循环。
The region's large indigenous population is among the most concerned. One representative says it's not that indigenous people are totally against development, but they want to be informed about what's going to happen to their lands.
并且确实召开部落会议，向族人说明明确的规划具体的内容、期程跟影响，并且取得各部落的同意，再行立法。
Residents like these agree that if the transport projects really are to go ahead, there needs to be much more public discussion first. Eason Chen and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Amnesty International says last year saw the highest number of executions around the world since 2015. The human rights group recorded 1,153 people executed in 16 countries in 2023. It said there has been a sharp rise in the use of the death penalty in the Middle East, especially in Iran. Amnesty's numbers do not include thousands of executions it believes took place in China, as well as in Vietnam and North Korea. More than 50 countries around the world use the death penalty, including Taiwan. Colombia's Congress has banned bullfighting. If approved by President Gustavo Petro, the ban will take effect in 2027. This comes after 7 years of campaigning by animal rights activists who condemn the sport as bloody and barbaric. Each year, some 250,000 bulls are killed in bullfights around the world, according to Humane Society International. Breeders and street vendors worry the ban will impact their livelihoods, and the new law would require the government to help affected people find new jobs. Once the ban is passed, only 7 countries in the world will still allow bullfighting. Taiwan has become the latest country to debut an AI robot dog. A team of engineers from National Taiwan University spent 2 years working on the project, resulting in 2 robot dogs called Oliver and Dustin. Both can balance, navigate, and move around freely. They're fitted with camera sensors and can walk upstairs. The engineers say the robot's stability needs to be improved before they can be used in industries like the service sector. But they hope the robots like these can help cut costs and ease labor shortages in the future. In early April, the biggest earthquake in 25 years hit eastern Taiwan, causing severe damage and devastating the tourism industry. To lure visitors back, locals in Hualien hosted an unconventional event. TaiwanPlus sent a team of reporters to check it out.
3、2、1，放！比赛开始。
More than 100 snails from around the country gather in Hualien Township, eastern Taiwan, to compete in the world's slowest sport. They're here for the 2nd annual Snail Racing International Championship, and the snail owners are more excited and nervous than the competitors.
刚好前几天下雨，然后我们就晚上就出来草边找蜗牛、找选手。
品种不重要，你们不是说国籍没有分国籍吗？
我逐工的迄训练拢无共款，有当时啊，就是透早的时阵叫因叮当，有当时暗时，有当时啊，就可以食足饱的时阵，但救出来啊叫伊叮当，有当时个摇2、3工，有当时放冰箱安尼。
The snails line up at the starting line, the inner yellow circle at the center of the table. The snails, with their number marked on their shells, crawl towards the finish line. The first snail to touch the outer circle is crowned the winner. And the winner is this giant African snail named Yuzhou Changchanggun, which means the universe rolls on. It completed the 33-centimeter crawl with a record-breaking performance of 1 minute 25 seconds. The prize, a bundle of organic sweet potato leaves.
要怎么处理它？在那带它回家，然后把它野放了。要野放吗？对对，不会把它煮来吃，没有要煮来吃，对。
Hualien Township, with about 10,000 residents, has the lowest population density in all of Taiwan. In 2014, it was named Taiwan's first slow city by City Slow International, a group that encourages a slower lifestyle and eco-friendly habits. Since then, the snail has become the town's symbol. The snail mascot can be seen everywhere. Alongside the snail race, a baby crawl race was held in another part of town, with the toddlers dressed up as snails. Inspired by snail races in the UK, the organizers of the Hualien race hope to attract more people to this town in Taiwan's East Rift Valley after a devastating earthquake in early April. Many visitors were scared off by the quake, and organizers hope the snail race can get people interested in the town's slow lifestyle.
我们没办法讲说我们这边怎么慢，但是你回到都市会明显的感受一种强烈的对比。什么叫做快？我们住太久是讲不出来，但是就是这样，很舒服，没有太多的人口，太多的车辆，然后慢慢的做我们自己想做的事，也欢迎大家来凤林住。
After a day filled with laughter and leisurely races, locals hope that more people can experience the beauty of slow living. Scott Huang, PT Zhuang, and Sandy Chi for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Finally today, we roll on over to the UK to show you these scenes from the annual Cooper's Hill Cheese Roll. Hope you're not lactose intolerant. I'm Liao. Take care and see you next time.